hi people! So that's probably an intro you haven't heard in quite some time, but hopefully you're gonna hear it a lot more in the near future. So I've been taking a long break without posting almost anything, but I intend to start coming back to making videos now. If you feel like you need more of that slow talking monotone English with a Swedish accent voice, you're gonna be happy. Anyway, this video will be about one, two, or maybe 1.5 big thing I found inside the Black Morass. That will help you quite a bit with grinding the normal mobs in that dungeon, you know, either for leather or for grinding the experience. So I'll just get to them straight away. The big thing is this juggle spot right here, very close to the portal where you, well, where you would kill them anyway, right? By using this spot, you can juggle the pack back and forth inside the consecrate for way longer than you could if you were kiting them around the portal like you normally do. Actually, looking at the damage, you can see that the juggle spot did about 95k, meanwhile the regular spot did about 38k, so that's, you know, a lot better. Now meanwhile this is very helpful for paladins, allowing them to more than double the damage a single consecrate can do. It's probably even better for mages. You know, throwing down a flame strike on the ground and then kiting the pack inside this crack, that would allow you to keep the entire pack of mobs inside the fire for way longer. You could then just run back to the portal and use the Paladin method to group the pack up again. Now sadly I don't have a mage, so I'm just gonna leave it to some smart viewer to figure these details out. Cause you know, this is just the principle behind the methods, but then actually doing it is something else. Or maybe I'm gonna level a mage at some point, and if I do, I'm probably gonna make a video about it. But anyway, this is the major big thing, right? Using this juggle spot can significantly increase the kill speed for the mobs. But the second thing is, it's a bit smaller, but it's still useful, and it's the solution for the low health affecting mob run speed. So eventually the mobs, they're gonna split up around the portal if you just use the normal running method, because eventually the tail will be so slow that it's just gonna be a shorter distance for them to come back the other way, and that means you can't just run around the portal anymore. Now in order to fix this, we're gonna alter the kiting pattern a bit. We're gonna jump down on the same ledge where we came from, so to say, and then put down our consecrates on the ground behind us. By doing this, we will ensure that the mobs will only come from one side, even when they're very slow, because of their low health. Now I've seen videos of people running down around the hill behind the portal, but that is unnecessary and it takes, you know, unnecessary amount of times. So when the mobs are down to about, I'd say 35%, you probably want to switch to this same side jump method just to avoid the splits and make the kill easier. And also, if the split would happen when they're at about 35-40% and you don't have a shield, that might mean that they're too fast still for you to run away from them, and it might cause you to die. And dying when you've pulled all, you know, 120 mobs and you've almost killed them, well, that sucks. Now, you might notice that I'm doing a lot of damage with my consecrates, despite being only level 68, and the reason that I'm doing that much damage is because I'm only using spell power gear and not much defense gear. Now that means that there is a risk of me getting dazed and dismounted while gathering the mobs, but if you do it properly, gathering the mobs that is, you won't take many hits at all. And even if you do get dazed and you dismount, you can actually still manage to run to the portal no matter where you are, at least in my experience. The trick is to partly use a shield if you have to, a bubble that is, but then also just utilizing all the small roots and crannies around the trees, as often the mobs will have to run around, running a further distance and buying you some time, making it possible for you to get all the way to the portal. But yeah, there is always the risk, but in the end I think that the extra damage is just worth it. And regardless of spell power, both the juggle spot and the same side kiting is still a good improvement, I think. But yeah, this was pretty much it, right? It was the juggle spot and it was this extra method. Now if you only came for the tips about Black Morass, then the video is now over. Thanks a lot for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe. But like I said before, I've taken quite a break and I'm now planning to come back. I have a bunch of ideas for videos, so I'll try and, well, take the time and actually make them. If I'm not making any videos, you can always catch me streaming every now and then over at twitch.tv/NeceriumClouds, and you can also see what I'm posting in my Discord. Both of these links are in the description. But anyway, this was all for now. It is my intention to be back soon with another video, and until then, see ya.